Ahoy! Captain Benzie here, coming at you with a quick video to look at update 1.5 in Armajet. If you enjoy this video and find it useful, hit like to let me know, as this tells me what you're enjoying and what to keep making. Subscribe if you haven't already for more Armajet content, and join my Discord to chat. I do also have a Patreon if you fancy supporting me that way. Now, update 1.5 landed whilst I was out on safari in Wangi with my wife and dad, but I'm back now and I've had a few solid days of trying stuff out to give some thoughts on it all. It's been a while coming, but there's an awful lot here to unpack, so let's jump right in. Firstly, before we even touch on any form of balance changes, let's go over the obvious things. Firstly, the game looks even better than before. Graphical fidelity has been significantly increased, and as a Razer Phone user blessed with the 120 FPS option, the game is absolutely stunning now. Several of the skins have also been tweaked, like Arctic now having an icy bluish grey tinge to it. This did cause a bit of stir, with Ember going from a red, pink and grey colour to being a completely different looking, full-on fiery colour scheme. Now, I'll be personally honest, I do miss the old Ember, but the other new skins are a vast improvement. More notably, there have been several other graphical changes to in-game assets just to clean things up. There are health bars now, so you can see who's worth targeting to clean up. Shields are now large spheres rather than form-fitting exoskeletons, which makes it much easier to spot when an opponent is shielded and to know when yours is gone. Not to mention the fantastic shattering animation when a shield is broken. Literally everything is now colour-coded: venom spray, shields, you name it. If it's blue, it's your team. Red is now the opposition. In fact, even fire in the game is colour-coded. Yellow fire is your team and safe to stand in. Red fire is the enemy team, not safe to stand in. This is all just simple clarity to give you immediate understanding of what's what. Super Bit Machine are clearly looking to move forward with Armajet as a competitive title, and this kind of clarity is absolutely necessary at top level play. That said, I do personally miss the blood around the edge of the screen to let you know when your health's low. Without it, even with the health bars on screen, I find I don't spot my health is entirely too low until entirely too late, entirely too often. Now, you'll notice too that there are some changes to the controls. Rather than toggling into secondary or primary weapons, they are now separate sticks on mobile, which is huge. This now means that you can indefinitely cook your secondary, resetting the stick to neutral if you want to put the secondary away. Previously, you would hold a grenade for a certain amount of time and then the game would automatically throw it for you. That's no longer the case. You can hold it as long as you like. Aiming weapons also now gives you this firing corridor for expected burst, and on mobile, auto-aim is enabled. This did take a little getting used to, especially with weapons like the Venom and the Tremor, where I don't tend to be aiming directly at the opponent but bouncing shots at them. Certainly this feature isn't for everyone, but it does allow for quick fine-tuning of shots. This, all coupled with the new boost button, makes the mobile experience much closer to PC in feel, and allows for a much improved experience in regards to control. Oh yeah, I should probably explain the boost. Now, before, PC players could just strike a key and perform a quick jetpack boost. Mobile players, on the other hand, we had this really awkward manoeuvre that was like a double tap and a swipe, and was difficult to pull off reliably at a moment's notice, especially when you're panicking as everyone's shooting at you. So with the addition of the boost button, it feels a lot better. You can just boost now when you want to, and you can see when that boost is cooled down and ready. On top of this, player movement has been tweaked generally. Jetpacks have two tanks now, one for the boost and one for general usage. Players move a little faster on foot, but ever so slightly slower in air, which makes it easier to keep at maximum velocity. This is to balance out that weapons have had their bullet velocity reduced too. Now, this is mostly noticeable in weapons like the Longclaw and Leviathan that have a noticeable slow trail, but it does also affect the faster shot weapons like the Black Tusk and Thunderstorm, even the Tremor, etc. Most weapons have had tweaks to things like magazine size, shot damage, effective range, etc. I'm not going to go into full detail on all these because there is way too much to cover and other people can do a better job of that. Best thing to do there is I will put a link on screen now to the Armajet subreddit for the patch notes. Have a look at it and see what's changed. This means that at the time of writing, it now feels like pretty much every weapon is usable. Previously, the Black Tusk, Longclaw and Leviathan were so dominant it was kind of like a why would I run anything else situation. Not to even mention other weapons like the Lycan or Thunderstorm, which were generally considered in the same way as dog muck on the bottom of one's shoe. Like, ugh, really? These now all feel good to use and certainly have their own place. The Thunderstorm especially has gone from what the actual heck is this piece of crap to Holy moly, this melts faces like a blowtorch melts butter. And that's before you grab the double damage power-up and turn the entire arena into your sub. Now, beyond that, the Venom and Wildfire became easier to use with their shots no longer damaging the user, so gone are the days of trying to immolate the enemy team only to set your shoes on fire and suicide ignobly, which is an absolutely toxic Venom-maining support gunner I love. Now I can spray group around the arena without worrying about accidentally infecting myself with whatever plague or radioactivity the Venom spurts and sending myself to an early grave. Now my toxic playstyle is actually useful in team play and my KDA is higher than 1.1 at last! Other than that, the gameplay alterations, there have been a couple of minor other changes here and there, though only really noteworthy of these is the ability to tap on a player in the lobby and immediately friend request them or view their profile. Now inadvertently, this actually means you can immediately check who's a bot and who's a player when you're in the lobby, just tapping across everyone. If the pop-up appears, it's a player. Simple. Friend them. Be nice. Be social. Be awesome. Be excellent to each other. This is all the start of Armajet clearly ramping up for global release. These changes are made to assist with new game modes and features coming soon, alongside hopefully new weapons and new maps. There has never been a better time to strap on a jetpack and leap into the arena, and it is only getting better as we go. So what about you? Have you been dabbling in Update 1.5? What are your thoughts on the current changes? Are you a new player jumping in for the first time? Let me know in the comments below or on the Gaming Galleon Discord. Otherwise, happy sailing and see you in the arena!